hire and use a SCOT because I want to continually improve my teaching in the classroom. So in addition to obtaining professional feedback from my colleagues as well as the students in the classroom through university surveys, I thought utilizing a SCOT would provide an additional important observations and feedback.
It's hard to step outside yourself to say, what's going on in my classroom? And I thought it would be very useful to have a SCOT come in.
It's very important because it opens up the atmosphere in the classroom. It allows the students to give their 2 cents in the middle of the semester and not just wait and complain about something at the end of the semester.
A nice thing here on campus is that the philosophy here on campus is about we are here to invest in you and ensure that you are qualified to get tenure, rather than other universities, which is we're going to show to you just how unworthy you are of us. And the attitude here is we are investing in you, and this is one of the processes that they do it, is with the SCOTs. It's a great opportunity to help better qualify us to achieve tenure.
It's not totally anonymous because they have to get feedback from other members of the class as they discuss the questions, but it's anonymous enough that I, as an instructor, do not know who made that particular response. And the best part about it is that I get to go still in the middle of the semester, I get to go back into the class and discuss those concerns with the students. I get to tell them, oh, that sounds like a good idea. Let's change that. And I also get to go in and say, you know what? I cannot make a change, and this is why.
Really enjoyed the SCOTs. I've had it done twice because I liked it so much. The thing I like so much is the SCOTs are exceptionally well trained.
Each semester I use a SCOT in at least one of my classes, and using a SCOT has been very simple and easy for me. They work around my schedule, and prior to coming into the classroom I meet with the SCOT and we talk about my objectives and what I want to accomplish.
SCOTs are very well trained in asking probing questions that a lot of times when you do a student evaluation of a course or instructor, they're just going through the motions, get this done and get credit for it and get it out from under their belt. But in this situation, the SCOTs are trained to separate the issue of peer pressure. They get feedback by individuals and small groups and large groups, and they make the students feel, they create a safe environment for the students to give good, honest feedback and constructive feedback.
The observations and feedback they've given to me has been very helpful. I like them to come in and observe a class for the entire length of the class, and so they can observe what I'm doing as well as what the students are doing. And then I like the SCOT to come back into that same classroom and conduct a focus group. And I leave the classroom so they can have some very candid conversations. And then afterwards, I then have met with the SCOT, who then gives me a very detailed report of their observations, recommendations, and feedback.
It's great feedback for my tenure process. It demonstrates that I am teachable as an educator, trying to improve my courses. And the committee does look at that. And of course, we haven't all arrived. We're all in the process of hoping to become better and more effective as educators.
It really helped me be able to talk with the students. I made some adjustments based on the feedback as to what would be most helpful to the students. It also helped me to clarify if there were things that I felt that the students were asking that weren't really reasonable given what the nature of the competency that they needed were. But I could adjust and say, well, maybe we could come at it this way, or how about that? And I think the students appreciated the flexibility and the responsiveness that they felt that it did make a difference, that they spent their time talking to Leanne about their learning experience in class.
But I have found it very beneficial to use a SCOT for 4 reasons. A SCOT is a student, and they look at me and my class through the eyes of a student. A SCOT is also provides an impartial, outside perspective. A SCOT's work is also confidential, and it won't be shared with anybody else. And SCOT's only purpose is to help me improve my teaching.
I think that once the secret gets out, you're not going to have enough SCOTs to be able to cover the demand once more faculty understand how valuable it is.
New faculty, I say try it. It can be totally anonymous as far as you do not have to pass this information on to anybody. If you do not want to go back and talk to your class, you don't have to go back and talk to your class. If you like the communication and opening that up in your classroom, it's a great idea and it works wonderfully.
I would absolutely use a SCOT again.
New faculty, old faculty, I'll use them again. I've used them twice before. Use them in different classroom settings. Each class has a different personality. I think it's a valuable tool, at least annually, if not each semester. For a new faculty, definitely, and even experienced faculty, there's always room for improvement. And it's a strong tool to help us be more effective.